What is truly Scandinavian?
Grattis!
Absolutely nothing.
Vem är du?
Jag är döden.
Kommer du för att hämta mig?
Jag har redan länge gått vid din sida.
Det vet jag.
Är du beredd?
Min kropp är rädd. Inte jag själv.
Oh my God. I have never, ever seen a more woke commercial in my life. And that includes everything that Gillette has put out and beyond. I have never seen a bigger disaster than this commercial. I have never seen a more insulting commercial in my life. This commercial, which has since been doubled down on by the company, which I will show you their statement, essentially attacks their own people, saying, what is Scandinavian culture? Well, it's nothing. We stole everything. We are thieves. We have no originality. We are terrible. That's what this ad... I mean, I know you're probably thinking, like, right now. I mean, I would understand if you thought I was being hyperbolic. But fortunately, before the company pulled down the ad, my editor was able to download the ad, and we are going to share with you some of the most disgusting propaganda I've ever seen. I can understand why people would react to it the way they did. Now, if we look at 1 Mile at a Time website, it says, controversial ad. By the way, they had to pull it down within hours. They had to pull this ad down with just a few minutes live online. The controversial ad that Scandinavian Airlines pulled after a day. The Scandinavian Airlines uploaded a new video to YouTube on Monday, and just over a day later, the ad is no longer publicly listed after the video got nearly 50 times the thumbs down reactions as thumbs up. Now that... Obviously, this is an ad to the people of your country, essentially taking a huge steaming dump on them and their culture. You expect these people to work? People are not going to forget this. I promise you. There's a 2-minute and 42-second ad, which will be interspersed throughout this video. The ad starts with a narrator saying, what is truly Scandinavian? Absolutely nothing.
What is truly Scandinavian?
Grattis!
Absolutely nothing.
Everything is copied.
There is no such thing.
Everything is copied.
The ad then lists many of the things Scandinavia is known for, pointing out how it's actually from somewhere else. Credit for democracy goes to Greece. Credit for parental leave goes to Switzerland. The Scandinavian windmills were invented in Persia. German bicycles are a staple of Scandinavian cities. After listing off a bunch of things, the ad continues. We are no better than our Viking ancestors. We take everything we like on our trips abroad, adjust it a little bit, and voila, it's a unique Scandinavian thing. Going out into the world inspires us to think big, even if we're quite small. In a way, Scandinavia was brought here, piece by piece, by everyday people who found the best of our home away from home. We can't wait to see what wonderful things you'll bring home next. It goes on to say, this article, this article goes on, this is a great ad for globalism, but not a great ad for an airline. In general, I love this ad. The visuals are incredible. The commentary from the narrator is almost poetic. Personally, the message also resonates with me. The one thing I've learned from all my travels is that there's no one place that's best. We can learn everything from everywhere, and we're still more similar than some people would let on to believe. At the same time, it was a very unconventional ad for the airline. Usually airlines try to promote how they're unique to that country rather than to point out how the country isn't unique. Don't get me wrong, I understand what they're saying, and I really like the message. Wow. Okay. If the ad is targeted at Scandinavians, then telling them, hey, we're actually small and just copy stuff isn't going to resonate with people who don't have that outlook. But after the backlash, SAS actually issued a statement to double down on it. It seems SAS doesn't actually believe that the ad was particularly unpopular, but rather that there was a coordinated effort to have a negative response. Here's the message. SAS is a Scandinavian airline that flies travelers from and within Scandinavia. We stand behind the message. By the way, the message is that your country is not unique, it's done nothing, and it stole everything, and your culture is trash. I'm just saying. We stand behind the message in the movie that is about travel enriching us. When we travel, we both influence and are influenced by others. The experiences we bring from travel affects us as individuals, but also our communities. See, why didn't you say that in the commercial, you absolute morons? That is a much better message. You could say that and not offend people, but that's not what you did. You went on to say that your country invented nothing unique and implied that there's nothing unique about Scandinavia, and gee, I wonder why you have an immigration problem. Okay. We at SAS are proud of Scandinavian origins and the values that characterize our open, equal, and democratic societies. They also suggest that the ad has been, quote, kidnapped, in that some group has intentionally tried adding negative reactions. How absolutely disconnected must you be? You think that thousands of individual comments, 50 times the negative reaction to the positive one, that's like Michael Jackson. Oh, you're ignorant. You're ignorant. No, they're ignorant. That's ignorant. Oh, it must be Russian bots. No, these are real people that are feeling attacked by our ad. Now, you're welcome to run the ad, of course. And well, you're going to reap the whirlwind. I mean, that's just the exact thing that happened with Gillette. Gillette can run all their woke trash ads, dumping on men, telling men to be better that they want. Sure, I'm just not going to buy their product. In fact, I'm going to use Manscaped or Dollar Shave Club or anybody else, okay? And this ad is appalling, in my opinion. If you ran this ad in the United States, there would be people on the front lawn of that business. I'm not kidding you. There would be people publicly protesting this company. I'm not saying that everything they're saying isn't true. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not here to fact check that part of it. Probably is true. But it's also diminutive. It's also dismissive of innovations that Scandinavians have done with imports from other cultures. As of the time of this post, the video has 363 thumbs up and over 16,000 thumbs down. 300 up, 16,000 down. So let me ask you this. Let's say you could completely erase everybody who downvoted this video. It still only got 300 thumbs up with tens of thousands of views. Don't you think that means something? Or are those 363 positive people the idiotic marketing company you hired to create this abomination? When we look at the pattern and the number of reactions to our film, there's a reason to suspect an attack on our campaign has been kidnapped. We don't want to risk becoming a platform for someone else's values, which we don't stand for. Therefore, we have currently removed the films from our channel and now discussing the next step. Cowards! Absolute cowards. Put it back up. Put it back up, tough guys. Put it back up and see what happens. Put it back up and listen to the Scandinavian people replying. You put it on your own Facebook group. There's a re-upload of the ad currently on YouTube. As of yesterday, it's got 100,000 views and 11,000 downvotes compared to 800 upvotes. And this is on the re-upload. Nordic airline SAS cans ad after online hate campaign. That's how everybody's wording this. How could you possibly view this as anything but an attack on your own culture? Obviously, I'm not Scandinavian, but I don't think I have to be to understand how somebody would feel watching this ad. It isn't an online hate campaign, you idiots. It's Backlash. When you say, what is really Scandinavian? Absolutely nothing.
There is no such thing.
How do you think people are going to react to that? Do you think they're going to jump in line to buy tickets on SAS? I don't think so. Years from now, when your name comes up, when people are pricing for competitive plane tickets, if you're still around, they're going to remember this ad. They're going to say, oh, that's the company that did that stupid ad. An ad they're fully entitled to do. Lawmakers in populist Danish People's Party said that SAS or Scandinavian Airlines had denigrated Danish culture, and they called the Danish government, which has a 14% stake in the airline, to react. Quote, I've always flown with SAS a lot. I would have a bad taste in my mouth if I did it again because they spit on us like that. The party's foreign affairs spokesman, Soren Espersen, told a news outlet. This is according to Reuters. So you have a foreign diplomat or whatever, a spokesman. Is he a part of an online hate campaign? Are his words invalidated? The ad said that Danish pastries were actually Austrian. Swedish meatballs originated in Turkey. The region's windmills came from what is now Iran. Licorice was Chinese, and even the pride of Norway, the paperclip, was invented by an American. When analyzing the pattern, SAS said it expected to share more information about the social media campaign waged against the ad later on Wednesday, which is what we've seen them doubling down on. We stand by the core message of the commercial that travel enriches us. Great, but that's not the message the commercial had. The message of the commercial is that Scandinavians did nothing, they've earned nothing, they copied everything, and they have no culture. Enjoy the backlash, you absolute idiots. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.